Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the book of Matthew as much as I enjoy the book of Matthew. This week we're looking at chapters 10 through 12, and there's some really great stuff in those chapters. Really, the main theme that we're looking at this week is what does it mean to follow Jesus? Like when you follow somebody on Instagram or you follow somebody on TikTok, you're basically that's a one-sided thing where you're just looking at what they're doing. Like they have no relationship with you. The cool thing about Jesus is that he wants a relationship with us. And that relationship looks like this. If you look in chapter 10, Jesus commissions his disciples. He says, go out and do the work of the ministry. Jesus isn't doing it all himself. God's design is that we partner with him in the work that he's doing. We see that from the very beginning in Genesis. He gave Adam and Eve work to do. People need to see God working in us. But unfortunately, many people are going to reject God and therefore reject us. In chapter 10, verse 38, it says, if anyone would follow me, he must take up his cross. So what does that mean? In order to follow Jesus, you have to deny yourself. You no longer follow you. You no longer follow the world. You follow Jesus. Chapter 11 talks about the consequences of following Jesus. We see John the Baptist lose his life for following Jesus. So his life did not end happy, but it did end with purpose, and it did end with hope. Following Jesus is costly, but it's not complicated. There are so many people today and back then that try to make religion complicated. So Jesus, especially in chapter 11 and 12, is going to speak against the religious elite and say that it's not about all the things that you can do. It's about trusting and knowing and following Jesus. Jesus in 11:28 says, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. But Jesus wants us to trust him personally, to know him intimately, that we get our rest and our peace in him. So for Jesus, what's on the inside matters most. It's not about the show that we put on the outside. It's about what's inside that matters most, because he wants to give us peace spiritually. Because there are so many people who claim to be followers of Jesus, but don't actually put it into action. And in chapter 12, Jesus calls those people out as hypocrites. He's not afraid to step on our toes. He's not afraid to call us out. And he's calling you out today. You might be outside wearing a mask because of COVID-19, but many of you have been wearing masks for years. You put it on every time you go to school. You put it on every time you come to church. You put it on in front of your parents. You act like somebody that you're not. And that is called religion. That is called hypocrisy. Religion is just trying to put on a show. Religion is just doing the right things and saying the right things. And without a relationship with Jesus, that religion is worthless. Those things cannot save you. So Jesus is telling us to lay it down at his feet, to deny ourselves, to stop following ourselves, to stop following the world, and follow our King, follow King Jesus, because he alone knows our hearts.